CS3451 Introduction to Operating System. The topic is Directory Implementation and Free Space Management, presented by Anuja R, APCSC, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. Directory implementation. Directory implementation is the operating system can be done using singly linked list and hash table. The efficiency, reliability, and performance of a file system are greatly affected by the selection of directory allocation and directory management algorithm. Directory implementation using singly linked list. The implementation of directories using a singly linked list is easy to program but is time consuming to execute. Here we implement a directory by using a linear list of file names with pointers to the data blocks. This is the representation of directory implementation using singly linked list. To create a new file, the entire list has to be checked such that the new directory does not exist previously. The new directory then can be added to the end of the list or at the beginning of the list. In order to delete a file means we first search the directory within the name of the file to be deleted. After searching, we can delete that file by releasing the space allocated to it. To reuse the directory entry, we can mark that entry as unused or we can append it to the list of the free directories. To delete a file, linked list is the best choice as it makes a less time. Directory implementation using hash table. An alternative data structure that can be used for directory implementation is a hash table. It overcomes the major drawbacks of directory implementation using a linked list. In this method, we use the hash table along with the linked list. Here, the linked list stores the directory entries, but a hash data structure is used in combination with the linked list. It is the hash table for each pair in the directory key value. Pair is generated. The hash function on the file name determines the key and this key points to the corresponding file stored in the directory. This method efficiently decreases the directory search time as the entire list will not be searched on every operations. Using the keys, the hash table entries are checked and when the file is found, it is fetched. So this is the diagrammatic representation of directory implementation using hash table. Then free space management. The operating system manages the free space in the hard disk. This is known as free space management in operating system. The operating system maintains a free space list to keep track of the free disk space. The free space list consists of all free disk blocks that are not allocated to any file or directory. For saving a file in the disk, the operating system searches the free space list for the required disk space and then allocates that space in the file. When a file is deleted, the space allocated to it is added to the free space list. There are 4 methods of doing free space management in operating system. These are bit vector, linked list, grouping and counting. So this is the basic structure of the free space management. The first one is bit vector. The first method that we will discuss is the bit vector method, also known as the bitmap. This is the most frequently used method to implement the free space list. In this method, each block in the hard disk is represented by the bit either 0 or 1. The next one is linked list. Another method of doing free space management in operating system is a linked list. In this method, all the free blocks existing in the disk are linked together in a linked list. The address of the first free block is stored somewhere in the memory. Each free block contains a pointer that contains the address to the next free block. The last free block points to null, indicating the end of the linked list. The next one is grouping. The third method of free space management in operating system is grouping. This method is the modification of the linked list method. In this method, the first free block stores the address of the n free block. Then counting. This is the fourth method for free space management in operating system. This method is also a modification of the linked list method. This method takes advantages of the fact that several contiguous blocks may be allocated or freed simultaneously. Thank you.